Howdy, it's Clownski here. I'm going to talk about the metaverse and hotels in the metaverse. And I've wondered for a while, why aren't there any name brand hotels in the metaverse and virtual worlds? And I think I figured it out. And I have a reason why there aren't any. And I think I have one reason why they should be, or at least for their own internal applications. So I'm reading some articles, and we'll start with that, and then we'll do a little hotel tour, I suppose. And tell you why I don't think there is a viable market there. This blog, and it talks about virtual reality and hospitality industry, and it has some good points here about how we can use it as a marketing tool. And you can take a virtual tour of a hotel, be of a room or parts of a hotel, simply puts there allowing guests to experience hospitality before they book or arrive. And I think the applications there, if I'm going to look at a room, I'm guessing we're doing a virtual tour more than just the pictures, but we have virtual tour software already. I don't see hotels using it, but apartments and offices do. Maybe we were in bed? I don't know. But, and we talk about an interesting thing that I've talked about here multiple times. The metaverse and virtual reality is the same. Well, it says it's complicated, but it says despite being a very old concept. See, remember, this is current. This is a fad. Don't know yet. It's just Web 2.0 rebranded. Even though the crypto space is Web 3.0, that's there's a couple systems there that I think we're gonna look for. But you know, as a friend of foe for sci-fi, you can take advantage of it. You can do a virtual hotel tour. Maybe, you know, I guess resorts. You may think that many hotels are already offering this, but they're gonna get vast. You can look around a hotel, and you can actually be in a hotel and do room comparisons. You know, this is cool. Now, keeping that in mind, this other article is what kind of brought me to it, some industry website, Hospitality Net. And this guy, he has some really, he mentions every classic offer there is, all the way up. I mean, historically, it just goes very far back. Published 30 years ago, like I mentioned in the last video. And, well, we have a lot what we're talking about here. We go to building for metaverse. Um, but after the introductory, you know, 3/4 of a page that a lot of almost it must be standard on the internet nowadays, we get the applications. And he talks about, you know, Marriott and Hilton. 5 years could start building meta versions of hotels, allowing them to meet and friends in the lobby or brainstorm in virtual meeting rooms. Of course, for a fee. Now, I'm going to talk about this in a future edition where we talk about like universities and meetings and whatnot, but I find that when you pay someone to build these things, that it becomes stagnant and somewhat unimaginative, and they're not maintained well. Versus people who do things as a hobby and a passion and a love, and they put so much detail into it. And in my own corner of the metaverse, I see this all the time, and especially in all university sims, a lot of them still don't exist. These articles, that's just a foundation. We're going to take a tour and examine some of these places and try to figure out, you know, is it viable? Do I want to see Marriott's, Hilton's, etc., foreign brands, you know, you name it, online, or especially if people are going to do it for a fee, I'm kind of curious. Now, of course, you get what you pay for, and sometimes, anyway. Nowadays, I'm not even so sure anymore, but we're going to look at this one, which I don't really go to as frequently, but it's a replica of a Hotel Chelsea, and it's got you know, a fake New York street. Next door there's a lounge and a place to hang out. And the lobby. This place is older, so it's still made out of trims, and it's supposed to be a recreation of a historic site. I don't know much about it. And, you know, people are running this as their hobby. We got for rooms and whatnot. Alternatively, we got this airport hotel. And I like this place. This is done by, I don't know what inspiration they have for it, but this is just someone's plot. They built a parking garage, and it's mainly for a campground. Man, there's an airport. It's a European owner, and we have our lobby. We have our restaurant. You can rent for rooms. You can stay here. Um, you can put some of your items in a room. And so the question is why am I paying a fee to Marriott Hilton? Are they going to compete with this? And like I said, everything's user generated. So some things look better than others. Some people put more, it goes by skill level. And I guess in those cases, you do get what you pay for. And it's kind of cool to hang out in a virtual world, especially if you hang out with other people, I suppose. And you got the airport right here. And let me stop spinning around, actually. You see, now, I said in my last episode, Avatar is an extension of you, so when I'm on the phone, I walk and talk, and here I'm walking and talking. But, let's try next level up and see if we can find a place that has even better. I mean, the scenery's great, and especially, I think you're limited by your monitor. So, I know a lot of people now on laptops, 17-inch, 14-inch, but if I'm sitting here, and let's say my monitors, they come up with like 43 and 55 inches. I'm sitting in front of it, I don't even know, and you got curved monitors. I don't even know if you need virtual glasses anymore. This could be extremely immersive in my opinion. You can even see the little rust on the railing and whatnot. Now let's take a look at this place. This place is really, I mean, I'm not going to say you can't tell the difference between what's real and what isn't. But I'm just saying as far as the skill level and putting it together, this is beautiful. This one has a staff. So this is actually immersive. I guess they call it roleplay. See? There's a dull person. You got the door. I'm gonna walk in. Okay, I got a receptionist. Housekeeper. That's funny. But, I mean, and here you can stay and pay a fee. And it's for the whole experience. And I'm guessing this is what we're talking about in future terms. But I'm not doing this in a time machine. This isn't future. This place has been around for a couple of years. I've been here a couple of years ago just to looked around. I didn't stay or whatnot, but these things go for a couple of dollars. And and down the hallway you got like the rooms in hotels, and you have an outdoorsy area. And I mean, and not to be honest, this actually, there's the gym. So we got a virtual gym there with a view and a beach, and quite frankly, this looks better than half the hotels I've stayed at, or I can even find online. And you have to wonder, are you going to compete? I mean, this is like someone's downtime, their hobby, their passion. They put this together for fun. They wanted to do it. So we're going to pay a marketing firm, or, I mean, unless we're talking big money, maybe we're going to get Blizzard involved in it, make a hotel roleplay. But, so I can pay for a fee here, or I can just do it even as a dress code. Wow, this is a nice restaurant. I've been looking for a restaurant like this in real life, quite honestly. So, here's another issue. So I understand, I can see making the virtual hotel if I'm doing like some resort somewhere, maybe like Orlando or Tahiti, or you name it. That way I can see what I want, but this is actually nicer than I was anticipating when I started coming in here to chat. I mean, the detail, you see? They followed everything. There's no shortage here. So, if I can get back to my train of thought, what's the purpose? Why trying to replicate it? Like I can get a day pass to use amenities of this hotel. People copy for corporations. Now, if a corporation's going to copy for people, so let's go see if I can find an empty room. Well, I'm not allowed any rooms in this hotel. Other hotels I am, like I was just in anyway. This one's got event space too. People do online things. And I guess the point really is that I'm not, these folks aren't making millions of dollars to begin with. And we're going to go to another grid where the graphics aren't even as intensive unless they're building their own platform to offer us rooms. Now, if you do a hotel tour, I mean, you can just they could have come on here and done it for years. And I've always wondered, why is it that when I look at pictures of artist renderings of rooms or what hotels are going to look like or whatever, they always look so chintzy. Not even like artist drawings anymore. They're really odd computer drawings. And we already have 3D modeling software. You can show me a room. That's great, but I just don't see any other application other than corporate marketing of showing me what a potential room could look like if you're changing the designs inside. Maybe actually do some better artist renderings, because some are clearly fake and they just cut and paste a window. And I even got into a mix. I go through detail. I even put construction beams in while I'm making my own lobby. And I can do the whimsical. And here's a city that doesn't even exist in real life. And it's snowing outside. And the trains go by right here. Oh, there's the L. And I don't even charge. You can hang free. I even made my own whimsical ballroom. I was inspired by a ballroom in the 1930s. Do you want real? Do you want whimsy? Do you want period? Old-fashioned? Futuristic? I didn't even get you. Sci-fi places. Historical places. The options are endless. So, the question is that, you know, maybe I'm into history. Maybe I like sort of a whimsical fantasy motif. It doesn't even take me much to put in seats. If you don't want ballroom, you want sort of like any seats I want too. Or am I gonna make an account? Do I get points for Marriott and Hilton? I think I made my point. So, in other words, I think the application's there if you want to sort of give me some sort of embedded tour of the built properties, maybe, or I guess you can make a whole sim, but you gotta recreate an entire Disney resort. I don't know, maybe if everyone else is doing it for marketing. Room tours, I can already see what your rooms look like essentially, and I got the YouTubes, but you know, I think it's great if you don't have a property yet and you make an artist rendition. Why not make it look good? Or try out. I can try an infinite number of rooms and color palettes on here, and it costs me nothing. But as far as competing with hobbyists, or going into one of those other worlds where everything looks like blocks and it's not as immersive, I just don't see it. Yeah. If you like this, I would love to make more content and break my other stuff into different channels, and I can probably talk about this infinitely. So, as the kids say, like and subscribe.